Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here, and I am back, and I'm back with a WWE Men and Women Royal Rumble 2021. Oh my God, I went back and I watched the video for both, and I made some pretty good predictions of men and women who might be returning. Okay, so let's start up with the biggest elephant in the room. Let's talk about our number 8 entrant, Carlito Colon. Now, y'all, it's so funny that I predicted Carlito Colon was going to be in the Men's Royal Rumble. Just going on a limb, let's just put it like just going on a limb, and there it is. He's in. He is, in the he's in there. That's so funny that I predicted that. So yeah. So I also predicted that Damian Priest was going to be in the Men's Royal Rumble. I told y'all father and son, Dominic and Rey Mysterio, was going to be in there. Now I gotta come and talk about Dominic in a minute. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the Men's Royal Rumble first. So let's go in order. At the number 1 entrant, we had Edge, who outlasted everybody and won the whole thing. We're gonna come back and talk about that. Then we have Randy Orton at number 2. WWE, did you intentionally do that? Did you intentionally do that? So that's that. Okay, coming in at number 3, Sami Zayn. Number 4, Mufasa Ali. So you got Randy and Sami Zayn and Mufasa Ali, all 3 of them gaining up and beating up on Edge. Here comes at number 5 is Jeff Hardy and stuff. And here comes Dolph Ziggler. All right, here comes Shinsuke Nakamura to even up the score. Okay. Then, like I said, the surprise entrance, Carlito. I know it's like kind of say that we couldn't be able to see, him stick the apple, but due to Corona, let's just put it, we couldn't see it. But hopefully, soon as Corona leaves and stuff, vacate and stuff, we probably will be able to get to see that one day. So then we have number 9, Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods, this is where I love Kofi Kingston for. As y'all know, Kofi was, I think, injured a couple of weeks back, and he gave his place to Xavier Woods. I just thought, selfless. That man is selfless to do that. So yeah, coming in at number 10 was Big E Langston. Coming in at number 11, John Morrison. Coming in at number 12 was Ricochet. Coming in at number 13 was Elias. Now, number 14 was my favorite because it was the biggest pop of the night. Damian Priest making his debut in the Royal Rumble. And we're gonna come back and talk about last night's little thing too. Then we had the Miz come out, and what he did to Bad Bunny's equipment, that was not called for and stuff. Yeah, I know it's scripted and everything, but he didn't have to do what he did. Now, do I think Bad Bunny should have got interfered? No, but what other TNA program that sounds like that has been done before? Some pay-per-view many years ago on TNA in the beginning. And somebody like Damian Priest took advantage of it. Think about it. Okay, coming in at number 16 is Matt Ritter, yeah. Coming in at number 17 will be Daniel Bryan. Coming in at number 18, Kane. 19, Corbin. And number 20, Otis. 21, get this y'all, number 21, Dominic Mysterio. And number 22, Bobby Lashley. 23, Hurricane Helms. 24, another Pop, Christian. We did not expect him to be part of it. Number 25, AJ. Oh, we want to talk about AJ, so bodyguard as well. Us. 26, Rey Mysterio. 27, Sheamus. 28, Cesaro. Another a Pop return. Excuse me, y'all. The Pop return, Seth Rollins, and number 30 is Braun Strowman. So let me talk about. Okay, I did predict that Dominic and Ray was going to be in this Men's Royal Rumble, and let me just give you something. I have to give Dominic Mysterio credit where credit is due. You got rid of one of your family's arch nemesis, and that was none other Baron Corbin. Okay, he might got eliminated, but he might he eliminated Corbin, but he worked his butt off. He stayed up in there a good while before he was eliminated by Bobby Lashley. But I give it to Dominic. Dominic might have one elimination, but baby, he worked it. Now let me just talk about, mostly everybody up in here is over the age of 30. Is over the age of 30. Do y'all know it's only 2 people up what's in this Men's Royal Rumble was under the age of 30. Y'all know one of them is Dominic Mysterio. Who y'all think the other is? Otis. Otis is under the age of 30. And I mean, to me, it was kind of cool to see some of the wrestlers up in there. But what happened to Apollo Crews? Like, y'all, whatever happened to Apollo Crews, Drew Gulak, and stuff like this? We got a lot of veterans in here. I understand. Okay, like Damian Priest, he should have been up in there, like, and stuff. But let's talk about, I'm not gonna say it's an issue with me, but I want to talk about a child. As us fans, we was expecting somebody honest. We was thinking somebody younger was going to win this Royal Rumble. We have never talked about having a legend come back and winning the Royal Rumble. That is kind of now that gives us something else to look forward to for the next couple of years. Oh, could this legend come in and win? Could this legend come in and win? We don't know. So that this shows us a key that a legend could win it and go to WrestleMania and come back, win the Royal Rumble, and show at the biggest stage of all, the WrestleMania show. It's just, what type of quality match are we going to get? It does show us what kind of match we will get, but it's like, but I have to send congratulations out to Edge. I'm kind of him winning for me in the Men's Royal Rumble. It was a shock. But let's talk about one part of this match. The one part of this match I have to talk about was this like showdown between Big E and Bobby Lashley. Man, that was a pretty good thing. Like they like fighting each other, and then it was somebody that came in, not Riddle. It wasn't Riddle. I know it wasn't Riddle. It was somebody else, and they combined to get forces together, and they eliminated the guy, and then everybody else come together and help Vicky to eliminate Bobby Lashley. Yeah, I mean, it would have been cool to see somebody. If I could say, if Edge didn't win, I would have wanted to see Damian Priest win. But I'm going to talk about, I got to go back and I got to watch Monday Night Raw. But, yeah, and we're going to be talking about Raw later today. But now let's get started on the Women's Royal Rumble. Okay. In the Women's Royal Rumble, we had Bayley to come in at number 1. We had Naomi to come in as a shocking return as number 2. We have Bianca Belair as number 3 and lasted the whole thing to win it. So we're going to come back and talk about that. Billie Kay at number 4. Shotzi Blackheart at number 5. Shayna Baszler at number 6. Number 7, Toni Storm. Number 8, Do You Ever Want Me? Jillian Hall. We have at number 9, Ruby Riott. One of my biggest surprise and pop. We had Victoria make her shocking surprise and return. We had Peyton Royce. We had Santana Garrett at number 13. We had Liv Morgan. Oh, I gotta come back and talk about her outfit too. At number 14, we have Rhea Ripley. Number 15, Charlotte Flair. Number 16, Dana Brooks. Number 17, Tori Wilson. Number 18, Lacey Evans. I have a lot to say about her. And number 19, Mickie James. Number 20, Nikki Cross. Number 21, Alicia Fox. Number 22, Mandy Rose. Number 23, Dakota Kai. Number 24, Carmella. Number 25, Tamina. Number 26, Lana. And number 27, Alex Bliss. Number 28, Amber Moon. Number 29, Nia Jax. And number 30, Natalia. We didn't have, we only had the only two biggest pops I can actually say we actually did have for that Women's Royal Rumble will have to be Jillian Hall and Victoria. But I think the biggest, Jillian Hall, we didn't expect that. So that was a huge surprise to see. We haven't seen her in mostly 10 years, so a decade. We haven't seen her in 10 years in WWE. She still looked, to me, she still looked good. She kind of, I'm not gonna call it, but she still kind of looked good. And if you didn't notice, she was singing the track. And I'm like, no. So yeah, and then I think the biggest surprise in the Women's Royal Rumble this year will have to be the return of Victoria. She was the shocking surprise in there. And when her music hit, and you see her get in the ring, and you see Bayley like doing that, and she goes after Bayley. Bayley couldn't be stopped for that only a couple of minutes. I mean, and stuff. And then you see a standoff between, we didn't get to see a standoff between her and Mickie James. That would have been cool to see, but yeah. But let's talk about Dana Brooks and Mandy Rose. They came in there and in their numbers at 16 and 22. 16 and 22. And let me just show you, they came in and they showed out. And like, I'm going, what's taking WWE so long to give them tag team titles? They should have been had those titles. So yeah, they came in and they showed out. Okay, let's talk about Liv Morgan, because I thought Liv Morgan, she did her best. But did y'all see her get up? Did that her get up remind you of her get up she had on last night? Did Liv Morgan had on? Did it remind y'all of Christina Aguilera 30 video? Just mentioning y'all. Hey, it was, to me, I think it was the best Royal Rumble, and it came down to Ripley and Bianca. And Bianca ended up winning. She's the first ever female to win the women's, first ever woman to win the Royal Rumble 2021. And I'm so thankful. Now I want to come back and I want to talk about the situation that kind of coincides with this. And this is the Charlotte Flair, Lacey Evans. I do not know what the crap is going on and stuff. Who thought it was cool to get a robe that Charlotte Flair had made for herself, and Lacey has one too? Man, I don't blame Charlotte for what she did. She did it to try to keep her eyes on the prize. She did. She was kind of the last. Now, one of my favorite moments that I did go back and see, it was Alex Bliss. She was about to transform into the Alex Bliss Firehouse, and before these divas, before these women allow that to happen, they all beat her down first, and then Ripley tossed her out of the ring. I mean, before they allowed her to transform. I'm like, ugh. Now let's talk about Carmella. How can Carmella compete in a match earlier, but then again also compete in this? Man, I mean, we got a couple of new people up in there this year. We had let's see, we had Shotzi Blackheart, we had Santana Garrett, let's see, we had Dakota Kai and things. I wish we could have had Candice LeRae in there, or Casey Carazaro. Hello, Casey Carazaro, and thing. But yeah, I think the men and women Royal Rumble was great. I think in the women's, the best when it comes to the returns, I think when it comes to legend returns, we had Jillian Hall and Victoria. I think Victoria had the greatest return. Now, Peyton Royce has this move almost just like the Widow Pete. And what was so funny, I don't know if everybody noticed it, is it just me? And I noticed it. It was like she do her version of it, and Victoria sees it, and Victoria does it on her and eliminates her and go, boom. And she goes, this is how you really do it, boom. I mean, it was like the classic. Same with Carlito. I mean, I just say Victoria and Carlito, they came and they showed out. But it's just so funny that I predicted that Carlito was going to be in the Royal Rumble. I wouldn't have guessed Jillian Hall would return, but y'all, after this year's Royal Rumble, who would y'all want to see for Royal Rumble 2022? Until then, y'all, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.